Hello YouTube, Dan here, or Danimal, or Danaman69. I just had a weird hello because I thought that it wasn't recording, but it actually was. So yeah, I've got the Escalation new Easter egg and the achievements that you will receive at the end, and the Wonder Waffle that you will also receive. You need to get the fuse, and oh, I'm going a bit too fast. The fuse is in that room that we just left, and it's either on the tables that I looked at, or in the locker, or on top of the locker, even not in it. And if it isn't in any of them, then I don't know why, but it should be in that area. So once you've got your fuse, put it in your fuse box, and you'll get a dialogue from Nikolai and his friends from Ascension. And yeah, what you've got to do now is, apparently Nikolai turns the security on because he's a bit of a special, and that means that they can't do what they want to do. So, and then what they do want to do is go to paradise, of course. So what you got to do is throw a grenade in the top of these red bleepy fucking generator things. There's 4 of them around the map. You've got to destroy them all. And that was the first one right behind you at the door. This is the second one. It's over by double tap on, well, I like to call it the power boat because that's where the power's on. Just throw a Semtex off the edge and you'll get it. And then if you turn around straight after getting that one and run over here, you can get this one. You don't have to do these in order. You can do these in any order you like. And then the last one is you can either go to the bot, like in stamina, through the door, or you can go on top of the lighthouse and snipe it with a scavenger. That's if you've got the scavenger. If you haven't, then you're going to have to go down through stamina and throw it through the tiniest window and hope for the best. Because that window is like the hardest one to get, probably. So once you've done that, you go back to your door, give it a stab, and see what they say. You'll get another dialogue, and this dialogue is basically going to be Nikolai moaning about wanting vodka. And so now what you've got to do is find vodka. And the vodka is, well, you only need 1 bottle, but it spawns in a random place. There's only 4 places it can spawn, and they are like, it will spawn in one of those places without a doubt. And so the first place, well, I'm showing you all the locations. It might spawn here, which is just below, it's on the same building, but like on the outside. I'm going to go up there now to knife it, so you actually see it. So yeah, it might be here by these stairs. If it is, the idea is that you knife it, and then one of your teammates catches it as you knife it. And then this is the second one. It could spawn here. You only need 1. You don't need 4 bottles of vodka, so don't think you do. You just need 1. Or it might spawn here. And then there's one more place that it might spawn, and that's on the first building as well, I believe. It is, I can't remember, I think it's either this corner here, where Jamza is, or that corner there, the one that I knifed. So that would be the 4 locations. The bottle of vodka is going to be in one of those locations. However, it only spawns in one of the locations, so if it isn't in one location, go to the other until you find it. Okay, so once you've done that, you've got to do the lighthouse dial. Now, this is just, well, horrible, this thing. Once you move one of them, the others move. It's complicated, but you've got to make it so that the top one's 2, and then the like, it goes 2746. I think that's the code. So the top one needs to be a 2. And yeah, what we did was made it so, I can't remember what we did. I will put the code in the description though, so that you know there is a way to do it. And yeah, I'll put it in the description so you know the steps and how to do it. Because yeah, it's pretty hard to do. So the top one needs to be 2. The second from top needs to be a 7. And the third from top needs to be a 4. And the bottom one needs to be a 6. I believe it's a 6. I don't know, I can't quite see. Because I'm on Vegas, yeah, it is a 6. So yeah, it's 2746. Once you've done that, then you're going to have to do the radios. Now these have to be done in order. This is the first one, it's on the power boat, and you just press X on it. Once you press X, you'll get a little beep beep beep, and that's part of the Morse code that you're trying to make. And the next one's on stamina, on this barrel, get your little beep beep beep. And then the third one is, well, we took the zip line, but you don't need to take the zip line, obviously. We just took it because it was pretty cool. Third one is just in here. You yeah, get your little beep beep beep. And the fourth one, this is pretty self-explanatory really, I don't really need to say anything about this. If you can't find them by watching the video, then fuck knows what's wrong with you. And that's the fourth one. So once you found all of them, you'll get a beacon sound. And this green light will be in the air, the one that I just pointed at. Well, I didn't really point at it, I aimed at it, but anyway. That'll be in the air, and that means you've got to go set the coordinates for the boat. Alright, so now, you go to the boat, you make this wheel, so it's at about, the brown handle needs to be at like 5 o'clock. So it's like that. And then this lever, you pull the first one once, and the last one 3 times. Once you've done that, you'll get some horns. And the horns mean you've got to mimic the horns that you hear. And so that's the first horn. And yes, I am doing this very fast, as you can tell. So yeah, that's the first horn. And these need to be done in order as well, because it's got to be exactly the same as what you heard from the submarine when it rises, because the submarine comes up. I didn't show you that, but you'll get to see yourself. I don't really want to ruin anything for people. That's the second one. And this is the third one. I'm not sure if you can hear the sound on this, but whilst I'm listening to it now, the sound isn't synchronized. So if it's not synchronized, I apologize. But there's not much I can do about it. It must have just been a bad render, I suppose. Or it just recorded weirdly. Alright, so this is the fourth one. Once you've done this, a green light should appear from the submarine going towards the lighthouse. And now you need to get a zombie and a VR11 and a scavenger or Russian dolls, whichever you prefer, or whichever you have, and you turn the zombie into a human with a VR11, and then either put a Russian doll underneath it or shoot it with the scavenger. What the effect you are aiming for is when this bullet explodes, you will see him die. He's now dead, and he is going up there sideways like a bit of a retard. So once he's like that, he'll go all the way to the top, and he gets like sucked up by this green thing, and then the golden rod which you need falls down all the way to the bottom, and once it falls to the bottom you can pick it up. I didn't pick it up though because I wasn't near it, and we had to clutch the round, so I let somebody else pick it up, which was Ali. He picked it up, and here he comes. And then you put it in the tube like so, and that is the end of the Easter egg pretty much. And oh no, wait, yeah, I forgot, I always forget, you gotta stab that. If you don't stab the fuse, you're not gonna go anywhere. So yeah, you can't send them to paradise without stabbing the fuse at the end, just to add a bit more, you know, a bit more work for you there. Stab the fuse. So once you've stabbed the fuse, you will get your Wonder Waffle, you will get your achievement, and you will get a nice celebration at the end. So yeah, that's the Easter egg. Thanks for listening. I hope this helped you a lot, and if it did, please like, subscribe, and comment. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you know, it helps me out a lot, and yeah, that's about it really. So thanks a lot, and goodbye.